Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Attitudes with Andy mini episode. Thank you so much for being here. If you're watching on YouTube, howdy. If you're not watching on YouTube, guys, what are you doing? We're on YouTube, so go click subscribe below, like, all of those things. Gosh, she's plugging the first minute. Oh, who does she think she is? Okay, so today I want to talk about a special topic, a topic close to my heart, something I just said about 2 seconds ago, which is social media. Ooh, yeah, social media. So I actually recently spoke about this on a podcast that I was on, and I was sharing how before I actually share this, let me just say that obviously I would love for this podcast to grow. Of course, that would be amazing because the bigger we get, the bigger guests we can get on. It's just facts. I'm sorry. Lewis Capelli, if you're listening to this though, please come on the podcast. But anyway, and so I try and utilize Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, but mainly Instagram to post reels to grow so that people are like, oh, what's that podcast? I might listen to that. That sounds like a vibe. So it's definitely something that I am on quite a bit. And I post a lot on there. So I had a little Byron Bay weekend with some pals, and I was speaking to one of the guys there, and he is from Hawaii and he does skydiving, and he posts really cool content on his Instagram. And I said, bro, I won't use this name for privacy reasons. I said, dude, what are you doing? This content is amazing. Why are you not making this public? You would get so many followers quite easily, I reckon, without even really trying. He was like, yeah, I know, like, I've been told that a lot. I was like, wow, original thought, Andy. But he was like, thank you, but I actually do that on purpose because even though I could get lots of followers, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, as in skydiving and adventuring, for the pure joy of it. And I don't want to just start creating content for the sake of creating content, because then it takes the fun out of it. And whilst I know I could make money of it, I just want my passions to be my passions. And I really admired that. I was like, yeah, wow, okay. And it made me think, because before that conversation, it felt like I had just been posting for the sake of posting so that I could grow. And at that point, I had been posting all of the kind of podcast reels on my personal. I didn't have my own Instagram account. Now we have our own Instagram account for the podcast. Anyway, this is a really long-winded story, but this makes sense. Anyway, and I love making videos, right, guys? I really do. I don't think I would have the amount of videos on my Instagram if I didn't love making them. But it was getting to a point where I was like, I have to make this because I need to post, because I want to grow. And it was more becoming a chore. So I decided, okay, let's make our own Instagram account for the podcast, and then we can just make our reels there, and then my personal can be just content that I love to create. So that's what I've done, and I'm really enjoying that because there's no pressure to post on my personal. I can just post when I want, whatever I want, and what actually excites me. And what I'm finding is recently I have been loving doing like daily vlogs or whatever, and my friend was dancing. Okay, so random. And I was like, haha, that's so funny. And I stuck a camera in his face and was filming him. That sounds aggressive. I was just filming him, but you know what I mean. And he didn't mind it. He was fine. If anything, I think he loved being in front of the camera. But I was suddenly filming, and I kind of was like, oh, this doesn't really feel right. This feels so wrong, just kind of not being in the moment and just filming this person for the sake of getting content, whereas I could have just been enjoying and probably joining it. So it's then when I decided, actually, apart from a few people, I'm probably not going to have people in my daily videos. And I sound like a freaking influencer as if I have 1 million followers, but I always like to act as if I have 1 million followers because surely that manifests it, right, guys? But anyway, I really want to have a balance with social media. And if I'm going to be posting on here to grow, I really want to have balance. Otherwise I'm going to burn out and hate it and it just not be bad. So anyway, so now I will mainly do a day in the life videos, but it's mainly when I'm doing things alone, like going to the gym, doing my food shopping, working in the office, whatever it is. And that is feeling so much better because then when I'm with my friends, I don't really have my phone. I won't really take videos or photos. Everyone else will do that anyway. They can just send it to me. And I just feel so much better because I'm not like, oh my God, I should be taking content of this. It's like, no. If my friends are there or if my family are there, I'm not going to be taking content because I'm going to be there with them in the moment. So that's something I've really been enjoying. Another thing is that I have been taking the weekends off social media. Crazy. There's this thing called scheduling posts in where it can automatically post. So actually, I don't even post on the weekends, but there is that if you want to have the weekend off social media while still posting. So I've really been enjoying having the weekend off social media because it makes you realize how many times you just go for your phone and to just scroll on Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is that's your thing. And then my weekends, I'm like, God, I got so much done. And I realize I have so many ideas and thoughts because I just suddenly have space where I'm not just, do you know what I mean? Like as soon as you have a moment, even if you're on the toilet or waiting in the line at a bus stop or something, so specific, you'll just like whip out your phone. So like how are you meant to listen to your thoughts or listen to your heart if there's no spare moments? We're just filling them. All of them filled. So what else would I like to talk about social media? And the last thing I'll say about it is that, again, I used to be looking at the stats of how many people watch and how many people shared and all of that. And now I'm kind of like, I can't really control that. I'm just going to create awesome content that I love and that hopefully other people love. But if only 1,000 people watch it, God, I sound ungrateful. If only 1,000 people watch it, I'll be happy. But yeah, so basically, I'm more just enjoying the journey and I'm having boundaries and balance. And instead of messaging people at nighttime or on the weekend, if they want to come on the podcast, I've been being mindful of doing it during the day because I should be respectful of my time and other people's time. It's not like your nail salon will call you on the weekend or in the evening. Do you know what I mean? They're going to call you in work hours when they're open. So take what you will with that conversation, but I'm enjoying having more balance and leaving my phone in the car when I'm socializing. You can add your card to like your Apple Watch so that you don't have to have your phone on you for payments and all of that. So those are just good hacks that I have, or you could just bring your physical card and yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. If you guys did enjoy this, feel free to screenshot it and share it around, promoting all the balance and all of that. You can follow the podcast on Instagram at Attitudes with Andy, and you can follow me at andy.bentley_. I really do love to post kind of like motivational but realistic stuff. I also love to post about trees and the ocean. So it's an array of things on there. But on the podcast, you'll see behind the scenes, but you'll also see mainly videos of the guests saying awesome things. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next week for another episode. Bye.